Welcome back, everyone, to another rendition of my podcast, or whatever the word is. This is definitely not going to be, I don't know what the word for that is either, but it's still a wonderful Christmas. I'm just having a wonderful time, and fuck. Yeah, so anyways, without further ado, I want to be able to introduce to you the real subject matter at hand, and it has to do with the story of this lost girl that actually happened to jinx her own life story by creating kind of like a Mandalorian situation. And by Mandalorian situation, I'm talking about the Mandalorian calendar date of XVVCT3. And, you know, when you have the patience to look into that, don't use Google or Wikipedia. They don't have that type of information. It's really secretive, for lack of a better term usage. And I'm kind of thinking about, what is the float in the Macy's Day Parade during Thanksgiving? And what does Thanksgiving have anything to do with the December holidays? Why is it a big mystery, and why is nobody asking these questions? And what you're going to have to realize one day is that when you have something like a fire truck and a dog driving it, that takes you back to those times of like Tonka toys. You know what I mean? And Tonka is actually known for its red truck and I guess a dog, and it comes from a time where we were less troubled. People were a lot more stable and a lot more able to just kind of handle their own beef. They weren't under control. They weren't under shifts. Unless it was kind of like a night shift. Usually it was like between 3 to 6 hours. So if you're following me this far, you understand that there is a Roman numeral, a Greek numeral that was designed from a Bogart. And if you've all seen Harry Potter, the Bogart is the thing that everyone ultimately, it turns into your deepest fear of some sort. It just looks at you and it smells your fear, and then it becomes whatever that is. And the only way to guard yourself from it is to watch that fucking movie. So, what is it? Harry Potter, I think it was Prisoner of Azkaban, but yeah, I mean, I'm looking for a sponsor or something. Like, just subscribe, make sure you like and subscribe my video. I forgot to say that on my Christmas podcast, and I apologize for that, because it just wasn't fair for any of us who loved what I had been talking about earlier, and the comfortable subject of family. Now, when we are talking about the mysteries of Thanksgiving in December, there's kind of like an elevation to a level of ecstaticness that repeats itself from a time of consistency and contradiction. And so when you throw in the two words that you've never, ever met before, and you have a dictionary or a thesaurus to be able to understand the words that usually not even your parents could understand. Like, your parents didn't teach you these things in school. They were far too busy for that. And, with whatever, random faux pas aside, from a dish of sliders with burgers, so delicious. I love New York. It's got a lot of delectable places to eat, and that is exactly where Thanksgiving ties in. And that's why Macy's Day Parade and the float is configured in exactly the way that the Greek numerals. You're going to have to find that by going to Greece, ancient Greece, and they actually have a place in Greece that is ancient, and it's kind of formulated after the first creators, and you'll find hints of that from Drake. You'll find hints of that from Eazy-E. You'll find hints of that from I see the face, but it's like, I just can't. So yeah, I mean, whoever it is I'm thinking of, they're the most important one that you'd want to listen to their music, and you're just going to be like, oh my god, I totally understand now where everything is coming from and why that all ties in nonsensically, and why it's a croissant, and you have to kind of figure out, like, twist it around, tie it up, and turn it into kind of like a plate of evening goodness, so that you can kind of see the resemblance of that and December. And so when December is remembered, then it's like a movie. And when the movie is finally all the way through to completion, the sun is out, and the sky is just bright, and you have kind of a Christmassy feeling, yet at the same time you're kind of feeling like you just ate cranberry sauce. That's one of the ultimate, I think the ultimate tells of a great Thanksgiving is the cranberry sauce being delicious. So anyways, I really appreciate you all for having attended my podcast, and I really thank you for this. And remember to like, subscribe. If you want, you should comment, okay? Just fucking leave a comment, because I'm going to reply eventually or whatever, because that's just, it's one of the nice things for you to do, is to leave a fucking comment, like, and then subscribe to my podcast. All right, thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful and a safe Thanksgiving, December, Christmas.